And towing the slab, Freddie Peralta. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Mookie Betts leading things off and takes a strike. And that one wrapped foul. And that one missing low.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Tommy Edman at the plate. That one finds the corner. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And here it comes. In the air, out towards left center. And there's one down.
Batting third.
Here's the Dodgers lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's 1. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Back here at American Family Field. And towing the slab in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Up now for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. First pitch, not close. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, in time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. That one ripped. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at second. And now it's William Contreras. Upstairs, 1-0. And there's a foul ball. Man at second. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that is out of play. Next offering is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98. But a really good pass at the ball.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Get hot, Milwaukee.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Yelich on at second with 2 down.
Five foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Shohei.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Will Smith to the plate. Peralta in his 7th season, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Ball.
Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to be foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Here's Max Muncy right through there for a strike.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. And that one is in the dirt. Ball 1. And that's
Ball 2.
outside.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Full count.
That's ball 4. Trying another fastball, but missed the spot.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
The right fielder, number 44.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Just missed. Just missed.
2-0.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering in there for a strike. 3-1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And ball 4 to aboard.
Batting 8, the designated hitter, Michael Conforto.
First and second, no outs. Michael Conforto will climb in. That one outside, and it's 1-0. First and second here, no outs. Fouled off to the right. Inside. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Muncy on his horse around third. He'll score, and they lead by 2.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and There's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. Yeah, that's fouled off. No outs, runners at first and second. Fastball is outside. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Got it. And there's one away.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Mookie Betts. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. Runners at first and second with one gone. Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. Fly to left his first time. And that one fouled off. Way inside, gets out of the way. Late swing, foul to the left.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2 and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. So they're all loaded up. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers, and he's already singled in this game. That's off the mark, and that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. The Dodgers threatening. Line and a base hit into right. Pages scores. It's an RBI single. It's 3-zip.
Well, there you go.
Now
the
batting,
RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Two outs, bases full. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air, fairly deep to right field. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Now to the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Brewers nothing. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
And the sweeper is off the plate.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Batting six, the first
So
baseman,
man aboard.
Reed
And here is Hoskins.
Hoskins.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right
third
there. And I'm
baseman,
telling you,
Oliver.
he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Next for Milwaukee, Oliver Dunn. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ohtani, he's kind of interesting. You know, when you dig into the tendencies, he does a good job of limiting the hits, but the walks continue to be a problem. Swings through that one for strike two.
Well, he's got such nasty stuff that I think, you know, hitters, they're just not as willing to try to get something because it's hard to square them up. And when you have pitches that are ending up just outside the strike zone, until they get called for strikes, hitters are not going to pull the trigger.
And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the...
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Brewers strand one. They trail it here 3-0. Back here in Milwaukee, new inning getting started. And the batter now, Will Smith.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one. You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game. And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Muncy in the box here lets that one go for a ball. One down, base is empty. And another ball. Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Oh, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Paz in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Center field. Mitchell gets under it. Makes the grab, and there's two gone. So a man aboard, and here is Michael Conforto. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Top of the zone for a called strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Muncy off of first with two away. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes. One, two.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. One left for LA, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the inning. This is Bryce Terang. Ohtani back to work. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And now the count is even. And there's a ball.
2 balls. 1 strike.
Here's a chopper to short. Betts over to first. Out. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jackson Chourio.
Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch misses. 1 out, base is empty. Next pitch off the plate. 2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And that misses. And that's ball 3.
Rio.
That clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Grounds 1 to short. Betts throws to first. He's out. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Christian Yelich.
Now it's Christian Yelich. Doubled his first time up. That pitch gets the corner. Strike 1. On the ground right side, but it kicks foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Still down 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Ha-Seong Kim. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball one. Tap foul at the plate. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball inside. 2-2. On the ground, and that chance handled. Slings to first, out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Showed us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand, but what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets, and it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Betts, the next to hit, takes outside. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying, out of here. A shot to the opposite field, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right down the chute. It's strike 1 on Edman. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Nick Mears getting ready to go. Hudson also throwing. And he grounds one to the right side. Terang whips it to first.
That's an out.
And they get Edman for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And ball 1.
1-2.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Mitchell going after it. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 4th. Now here is Brewers, William Contreras.
William Contreras.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Brewers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next one off the plate inside, and that's ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no
center
strikes,
fielder,
but
number
now at least he
5,
gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Mitchell swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. That one kicks away from the catcher. And the runner holds.
Now batting, left fielder.
Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ground ball, could be 2. Steps on the bag for 1. Over to first, safe.
Well, he made the decision to try to take it himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base. But
now
good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could have gotten him. I think you just have to go with your conviction.
Hoskins at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%.
Ow! They got him, and that will end the inning. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Nick Mears.
Pitching for the Brewers.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Off for Los Angeles,
and now Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 2 in this one. Mears, 28 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
No.
Next offering is down low. That one missed.
2-1.
Fastball for a strike.
Let's go, King.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Smith up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Outside low, and now 2-0. That one drilled left field. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Safe at second.
Be safe.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then
Max.
guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here comes that funky Muncie to the plate. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Man at second. And a swing and a miss.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Nice job recovering to complete the strikeout at first base right there. Even though the runner from second does move up to third, it's not a big deal in this situation now that they're
The right
2 outs.
fielder, number
Just makes
44,
blocking pitches in the
Andy
dirt to this next
Pajes.
batter even more critical.
Pajes
No.
stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. That one clips the outside corner, and the count 1-1. And
That's
there's
a
a
ball.
ball. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Headed towards the corner. And he
Foul ball.
can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Two now. Lifted in the air, right field. Nabs it, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Brewers nothing. And we're back.
Lead
And
off
it's Rhys
for the
Hoskins
Brewers,
up to the
first
dish.
baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
That's
Ball.
inside.
Well, these Brewers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
And
Ball,
that misses. Ball 2.
2-0.
That's a
3
ball.
ball.
Tried to attack
No
with a
strike.
sweeper.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And the 3-0 finds the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Full count.
Out towards right center field. Pajes has this one sized up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning,
Up
anything
next for the
after that, a
Brewers,
hitter or two
the
is
third
bonus,
baseman,
but
Oliver.
they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
done.
Ball.
The next to hit takes ball one.
Yeah.
Foul ball. The Dodgers leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And it's even up.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
The batter, number 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Ortiz stands in now and watches strike 1.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one misses, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's
Ball 2.
outside. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Brewers nothing.
Now pitching for
the left-hander on now, Ryan Hudson.
Number 52.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
The designated hitter, Michael Conforto.
That's outside, and that's ball 1. And a foul ball. Right, 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 down.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Kim in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is downstairs. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And Mookie takes. Ripped on a line. Mitchell makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So they make short work of him there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Brewers nothing. Back here in Milwaukee, leading off, Bryce Terang. Ohtani back to work. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-0. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Grove getting loose as well. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 2-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. Next offering is downstairs.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
That one out to right. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. And a base hit up the middle. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 4-1.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Christian Yelich. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. There's one. Out with the pitcher covering. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. He is struck out, and he is walked. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Two outs. Outside low. And 1-1. The other way, and he beats the shift into the outfield. Base hit.
The center fielder, number 5, Garrett.
2 outs, runner at first. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Contreras, the runner at first with 2 gone. Strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Way upstairs. Now 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And down on strikes he goes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 4-1. Back here at American Family Field, top of inning number 7, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman.
Let's go Brewers!
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Falling behind 2-1. Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Way back there. And gone. He sends it out of here. And they add on. It's 5-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Brian Hudson gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
Aaron Ashby on a pitch out of the pen here.
26.
The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Here is Freddie Freeman. And first offering is fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And that one sliced foul. The 0-2. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And misses inside. And that's down and away.
Full count.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. This one lifted in the air, left field. Snags it on the run. And there's 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Hernandez in now, takes ball one off the plate. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Jared Koenig, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. One down, base is empty. That's to third, and that's just foul. Up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and Hernandez is out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
The batter now will be Will Smith. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Pitch misses inside. Ball one. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. That one catches the corner for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Alex Vesia.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now, Sal Frelick. He's 0 for 1. And that drops in for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the
Rhys
Brewers,
Hoskins
the
to the
first
plate.
baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Late on that fastball.
Belly threw that fastball right by him, gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
Here we go, Brewers.
That's too low. And the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Come on, Brewers.
Foul ball there. Just misses with that one. And there's a ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, he's had a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And there's ball four. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So a man at first. Oliver Dunn up now for the Brewers.
Come on, let's keep it going.
To short, could be two. The flip, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Next for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz.
Shortstop, Joseph.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And first offering is fouled off.
Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And that one clips the corner.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Dunn leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Come on, Brewers.
And that skips in the dirt.
1-2.
Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Milwaukee leaves one. They're down 5-1. We're at the top of the 8th. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy. Ashby, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Action in the pen down there. Jared Koenig up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. That
Ball
misses
one.
the zone. Going to count 1-2. And that one hit 97 on the gun. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. And now 3-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Struck him out looking. So digging in,
The right
Andy
field, number
Pajes.
44, Andy Pajes.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. On the ground to the left. A dive. Nice stop. The throw. It's there, and that's a great play.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mound.
Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Strike two.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
And 1-2. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Brewers 1.
Now pitching for
Anthony
the Dodgers,
Banda on the pitch here.
number 43, Anthony Banda.
Bryce Terang getting
for
ready
the
to
Brewers,
hit.
the
1
second
for 2.
baseman, Bryce Terang.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
He had him out in front,
Now
which
batting,
isn't
right
easy to
fielder,
do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Right side, Pajes. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Here comes Christian Yelich.
Yelich.
And
No,
ball
that's a
1.
ball.
The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Michael Grove looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, no.
Strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I
2-2.
mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting,
Timing on the swing
catcher,
was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
William Contreras now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Yelich off of first with 2 away. Close one, doesn't get the call.
1 ball,
1 strike.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first.
Out.
Inning over. Brewers strand 1. They're down here 5-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Yoel Payamps.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now it's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Tyler Alexander, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Number 77, also getting ready. The 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
In the air, out towards right center. Chorio sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, the shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Mookie now.
Betts.
He's already homered here in this one. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great,
Outside
man.
ball.
They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
He was late there. Strike 1.
1-1.
Turns and fires the Betts. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. One down, base is empty. Just
No, off the
outside.
plate.
2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
The center fielder.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He's already homered in this game. That
That's
one
a ball.
close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. Inside, just missed. A little out front there as he swings through it.
And he
2-1.
really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Two outs. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Brewers 1. And we're back. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Bonda back to work. And that misses. And that
One
is ball
no
1.
strike.
Hard hit left side. Throw on to Freeman. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the left fielder, Sal Frelick. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Dodgers leading by 4 here in the last half of inning number 9. Into center and a base hit.
The first baseman, number 12, Reese.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out.
Hoskins.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. First
Ball
pitch
one.
doesn't find the zone.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
The 1-0. And that one is in for a strike. Freeland at first, one gone. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. And a 1-2. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Fraley got his way to third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Anthony Banda done for the day, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
so they turn to their closer, Kirby Yates.
Number 38.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
2 on, 1 out. Dunn will hit next. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls. 1 strike.
Oh, 1 now.
Ball.
Yates, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big time benefit. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch
Ball
misses, and it's 2-1.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
First strikeout for him in this one.
No
And that splinter's maybe the go-to pitch
Shortstop.
when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Ortiz in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. They're down to their final strike.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The Brewers down to their final strike. Popped up. Betts settles underneath it. And that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families. And that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
5-1 is how it ends. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.